Hey everyone, welcome back to Carry Blog once again. And today we are going to start the asynchronous JavaScript series. So in this series, we will learn how JavaScript handle async code, the foundation for working with the API, timer, and modern web application, right? So in this video, we are going to learn synchronous versus asynchronous execution and callback, right? And by the end of this video, you will understand why async code is essential and how to use callback to handle it. So let's dive into that. I've created a basic HTML file and let me add the HTML things, the basic HTML things. Say head, right? Say title. Then we can say async versus sync, right? Yeah. We'll add body, and here we are going to add the script, and we are going to write all the JavaScript part here. So the question is, what is synchronous versus asynchronous, right? So JavaScript is single threaded, meaning it can only execute one piece of code at a time. And synchronous code is basically it run line by line, and each steps wait for the previous steps to finish. Where asynchronous code allow certain tasks to run in the background without blocking the main thread. And that is why async is basically asynchronous code is very important in the JavaScript, right? Otherwise you are waiting for something to execute to do some other task in the synchronous code. But when you are writing asynchronous code, you can you are running something, you are executing something, but in the background, on the other part, something is already being executed, right? So let's see, first we'll see synchronous code and then we'll say asynchronous code, right? So we'll say console.log, that is going to be a step one, and let me copy this, I'll paste this. Yeah. Step and step three. So what it does, it will run line by line, right? So let's open in the browser and see what we get here. So this is our browser. You can see step one, step two, and step three. Now let's write with the asynchronous code, right? So we'll write asynchronous code, right? And for that we are going to write, let me paste this. So this is step one, and we can say set timeout, right? We are going to write the function, that is arrow function. We'll write here. So we'll say print this. We'll say step two, and we'll pass here 3000. 3000 is basically, this is if you don't know how the set timeout work, just go check on my playlist for the JavaScript and we'll get it, right? And then we'll paste it here. This is step three. So set timeout, I will explain what it will does. It will execute after 3 seconds. So this is in millisecond. So 3000 millisecond is basically 3 seconds, right? So let's see, and let's switch to the browser and see what we get it here. So let me clear this and see, we got step two by delaying 3 seconds, right? So let me refresh this and watch it carefully. So we got step 1 to 3, that's synchronous, 1 2 3 1 3, and then step 2 is delay by 3 seconds, right? That's how asynchronous behavior is. And remember why it is important. You are not waiting for the step 2, we are not waiting for the step 2 to execute the step 3, right? You are already executing the step 3, and step 2 is executing in the background. That's why synchronous code, writing asynchronous code is very important, right? The next part we are going to learn is a callback, right? So a callback is a function passed as an argument to another function, and it executed after a task complete. So callback are the foundation of asynchronous JavaScript, right? So let's see first a simple callback, and then let me comment this first so that you understand. Yeah. So we'll say first a simple callback and then async callback, right? We'll say function, and we are going to greet, right? Going to say name, and we can say callback, right? We can say console dot log, and we can say hello, the template literal here, and we can say name, right? A callback, right? So this is and we can also write like this. So we'll say function, and we will say goodbye, right? And we're going to say console dot log, and that will be a goodbye, right? And we're going to call the greet function. So we'll say greet, and we are going to say array log. We'll say goodbye, right? So this is a callback function. I mean simple callback basically. So the say goodbye function is passed. Say goodbye function is passed inside the greet function as a callback and execute after greet finishes. So first the greet will finish this, and then it will call the say goodbye, right? So let's run it and see what we get here. And when we switch to the console, see we got array log, and then it's say goodbye. That's how you basically the traditional callback work, right? Now next thing we are going to see the async callback, right? So what we'll do, we will we'll comment this. So we'll keep it this, we'll keep this. So we'll say function. We are going to see the async callback. We'll say function. We'll say fetch data, and we'll say callback, right? And we'll say set timeout, and then create a function. Now we'll say console.log, and we can say data fetched, right? And we are going to say callback, and here we are going to say 4000, so that we can see some delay, right? That is a 4 millisecond, and we are going to say fetch data. That will write a function, right? And we will say console log, say process the data now. So let's switch to the browser and see what we get it here. We'll replace this. It's a data fetched after 4 seconds, right? So why we're not getting the process the data now? I've written something wrong? I think so. It's a fetch data, right? And we have written the callback, set timeout, say console.log data fetched, callback. Okay, so callback is a function, right? Misplace it. That's why you're not getting this, the process the data now. So let's switch to the browser. Now we can see it. We will replace this, and after 4 seconds we'll get the fetch data here, and we'll see process the data now, right? This is how we handle delay task like API call without blocking the main thread, right? So there is a one basically common issue that every developer faces whenever they use the callback. that is called basically a callback hell. And why it happen? Using too many callback can lead to callback hell. So now suppose you are calling one inside another, another inside another, and it basically a tree like a structure, and you get confused, and it's basically lead us to a callback hell, which is hard to read and maintain, right? So that's why that we'll see like how we can handle this using like we will see how promise and async await solve the problem, the callback help problem elegantly, right? And that's it for the synchronous and asynchronous code and callback. In the next video we are going to learn about the promises, and we will see how we can avoid the callback hell, a modern way to handle a sync task, and that basically solve the callback hell, right? So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.